Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 大家晚上好。我是洪爱玲。谢谢大家来到今晚的 West Coast Jurong West GRC 还有 SMC Pioneer SMC 的 GE2025 大选群众大会。
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். நான் மெய்யமே பெரியனன். Good evening everybody. மக்கள் செயல் கட்சியின் தேர்தல் பிரச்சார கூட்டத்திற்கு உங்கள் அனைவரையும் வரவேற்பதில் மிக்க மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறோம்.
Salam sejahtera. I am Didi and will be your host for tonight, and we'll be here from our community, our candidates, and the most important thing is a very special guest who is no stranger to Singaporean Senior Minister Chee Hean.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest with us tonight here in Pioneer. We have Senior Minister Chee Hean joining us.
All right, are you ready?
All right, so before we begin and invite our candidates, ladies and gentlemen, can I hear anyone from Boon Lay? My Boon Lay friends over there.
Right, anybody from Ayer Raja? There you are.
Anyone from Taman Jurong?
Wow, you're a tough round, huh? Anyone from Pioneer?
Anybody from Nanyang?
Anyone from Jurong Spring Gate Bowl?
And finally, where are my friends from West Coast? All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to our West Coast Jurong West GE2025 together with Pioneer SMC. 大家晚上好，感谢大家今天晚上来参加我们的人民行动党的群众大会。You want to say in Tamil? Later I stay in Tamil, they say I copy somebody. We're going to have a great time today, right, guys? 大选不是一定要很 stress 的，我们可以 enjoy， 我们可以吗？今天 Can we enjoy ourselves tonight?
Yeah!
I'm sure you can do better than this, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, West Coast, Jurong West, Pioneer. Come on,
You know,
make
guys.
some noise.
Okay, you know, guys, this is my first time in my entire life as a professional host hosting a rally, so I'm very nervous.
Me too,
okay?
me too.
Yeah, you also? So can you give us some encouragement, please? Thank you. 这是我第一次主持这个群众大会，所以希望大家多多包涵，好不好？
சரி, இன்று இரவு நாம் வெஸ்ட் கோஸ்ட் ஜூரோங் வெஸ்ட் குழு தொகுதி பயனியர் தனி தொகுதிக்கான தேர்தல் பிரச்சாரத்திற்காக வந்திருக்கிறோம். வேட்பாளர்கள் பேசவிருக்கிறார்கள், உள்ளூர் பேச்சாளர்கள் பேசவிருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்களோடு நமது மூத்த அமைச்சர் Chee Hean அவர்கள் சிறப்பு விருந்தினராக வந்து நம்மிடம் பேசவிருக்கிறார்.
我要讲很长哦。But
You understand, right?
I understand totally because I got the English translation. How about you, Didi?
Hey, sebelum kita teruskan malam ini, ambil sedikit masa untuk ucapkan terima kasih kepada semua hadir. Tidak kira hujan atau panas, anda semua sedang membuktikan sokongan untuk anda, untuk Singapura yang lebih maju, lebih kuat dan lebih bersatu.
Bersatu. I know this one. Bersatu. Yeah. Everybody say bersatu.
Bersatu.
Oh, come on, I'm sure you can do this again. Bersatu.
Bersatu.
Okay, you know, guys, last night because I was so excited, right, I cannot sleep. So I think, I was watching all the rallies and I thought to myself, a lot of the elections rally, right, they have war cry. They got like cheer. Last time in school, NPCC.
Wow, I enjoy one.
Well, I enjoy also.
Jump like crazy.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
So I think from last night until this afternoon, I come up with one. Would you all help me? Okay? Okay,
Hey, wait. I don't hear anybody cheering.
Never mind.
Maybe make some noise. Let's do this together.
I say, okay, this one I read out right one. I say, West Side United, you say future excited. Okay? Okay? We try out. West Side United.
Future excited.
West Side United.
Future excited.
West Side United.
Future excited.
Give yourself a big applause.
Yay!
Because West Side is so big, there is so many of you here. Pioneer la, Air Raja la, West Coast la, Nanyang la. We must come together as one West Side. Correct or wrong?
And do you agree that we have an exciting future ahead?
If you are excited about your future, make some noise.
I'm sure you can do better than this, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise.
Yay, that's the spirit.
What a wonderful crowd. If you have friends or relatives or neighbors who are not here yet, please take out your handphone and text them now and say, come to the most exciting rally of this election now.
PAPGE 2025 election rally, here we are.
All right, guys, let's get to know a little bit of us before the candidates are here. My name is Irene Ang, and I'm your MC for tonight. And a lot of people ask me, all right, have you ever hosted a rally? No. I always try to be neutral, and I always try to just stay away from politics because that's not my interest. I'm an entertainer and comedian. Wait, later on stage I say funny thing, not funny how. Right? So I just wanted to say I'm here today because from 1986 to 1994, I stay in Jurong West Street 42.
How many of you are from Jurong West Street 42? So you have a whole party here.
从1980多年的时候呢，到1994-93年的时候呢，我是住在裕廊西第42间，然后呢，我是那个排队搭那个第一个 MRT. In 1988, we had our first MRT ride from Jurong East. So who was there at the first MRT ride? Make some noise. Okay, a lot of young people. Not all like me, sorry. So anyway, I also, this time now when I come back, this year, beginning of the year, I think there was a Chinese New Year, Pasar Malam. I came to the Pasar Malam at Lakeside there. Wow, the smelly tofu is the most smelly in the whole Singapore.
So you had that?
I had that, must have lah.
Today you got go or not?
Yeah?
Today you got go or not?
Today I don't have. If I go, you can smell from there. Right? Anyways, everyone, please make sure you have a good seat, okay? And please give seat to older people, like 那些比较走路不方便的 ，okay？ 我们有机会的话呢，就把位让给他们，好不好？
I tell you one secret. When I was 3 years old, I also live in Jurong.
When you're 3 years old, that is not very long ago lah.
Not very long.
Okay, and then?
So, but I don't remember anything lah. But I know that time Jurong very ulu. But now I see
yeah.
I get lost leh. I don't know
now
how to
got
go.
the Active SG hub lah, all lah.
So many facilities.
Even got your own hospital now, no?
Yeah, we got hospital, we got heritage trail, we got so many temples, we got community spaces. Didi, what's your experience with West Coast Jurong West?
Oh, you know what? Recently, if you all know that Jurong Lake Garden, it was first opened on 5th April.
Yep.
It was really, really amazing. Have you been there, Irene?
I will go there tomorrow.
Okay, on.
All right, let's take a look at the time now. Do you have a time now?
It's about 7.
Okay, very good. Now we just have a roll call again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, please be seated later on. But if you are standing, just like in concert, the Taylor Swift concert, don't block the people behind, okay? Even if you're standing, just make sure people behind can see. All right? And ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the West Coast Jurong West Pioneer SMC GE 2025 rally?
Yes, they are ready. So do you still remember our slogan?
West Side United.
Future excited.
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 All right, can we hear it from our friends from Boon Lay?
Louder, louder.
Anyone from Ayer Rajah? Our friends from Taman Jurong. There you are. Our friends from Pioneer.
And my dear friends from Nanyang.
Anyone from Jurong Spring Gate-po?
What a beautiful name. The Jurong that has spring and then got jade some more. Okay, and last but not least, certainly, ladies and gentlemen, anyone from Nanyang?
See, Nanyang got.
Wow, the Nanyang
Wow.
like got their own play card. Lastly, where are my friends from West Coast? Hey, I must really applaud you because West Coast is the furthest from here, you know.
Yes. So
where we
your
are.
noise must reach the real West Coast, you know.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today you are here to change world fresh team and new resolve. How many of you are here to support PAP? Make some noise.
Wow.
Wow, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. In just a short while, we will begin our rally speeches. But today, we have a special guest, and that is SM Chee here. And later when he comes, I want to practice your loudest cheers for the man that has served us and led Singapore's leaders for 33 years. Can we practice his cheer first, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, if I were to say, please welcome SM Teo. What do you say? 不是这样的 ，OK？ 我说 please welcome SM2 就是你们就耶最大声好不好 ？OK， the loudest cheers 1 2 3啊 ！Please welcome SM2。Very good.
Right. So before we begin, let's take a moment to thank our audience here for being here tonight.
Yes,
Rain
ladies
or
and gentlemen.
shine, your presence is the most important. Showing your support towards a better, stronger, and united Singapore.
是的，我们今天呢还没开始之前呢，要先感谢大家 ，OK， 百忙抽空，还有勇敢的踏进这里来，为我们一起支持我们，谢谢大家。
Dan mengucapkan terima kasih kepada semua sukarelawan juga dan juga siapa yang terlibat hari ini juga.
இந்த தருணத்தில் இங்கு வருகை தந்திருக்கும் நம்முடைய பார்வையாளர்களான உங்களுக்கு எங்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். அதோடு தொண்டூழியர்கள் இங்கு பலர் வேலை செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்களுக்கும் எங்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றி. I think we should take this moment to thank our volunteers
And our workers
here.
Can we give a big round of applause to everyone that's working here, backstage, our policemen outside, our crowd control. Give them a big round of applause, please. It's Sunday and they are here working. Thank you. And also at this point, a lot of us forgot, we have our audiences watching at home, okay? Audiences, thank you for tuning in. And even if you are delayed tuning, we want to thank you so much.
Yes. So tonight is not just about promises. It's about the proof. It's about what we have built, protected, and grown together in West Coast, Jurong West, and Pioneer. We will not only hear about policies and plans upcoming, we will also hear true stories, true impact, and true heart for service, both from our own residents and the team who stood with you through thick and thin, walked the ground, served tirelessly, and most importantly, delivered results. So sit tight and get ready for an evening of inspiration and pride.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And now it's time to hear you, our residents from West Coast, Jurong West, GRC, and Pioneer SMC, each from Boon Lay, Ayer Rajah, Taman Jurong, Jurong Spring, Gek-po, Pioneer, Nanyang, and West Coast to join us on stage. Let's welcome
our local speakers for tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome first up Miss Michelle Lam from West Coast to kick off today's resident speech. Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle, please.
Good everyone. I'm Michelle and I'm from West Coast. I would like to start off my speech in Mandarin, followed by English. 大家晚上好，我是美山，来自西海岸。在新加坡，每个孩子都有上学的机会，但世界上并非每个人都有这样的机会。我们的政府深信教育的力量，它不仅是一项基本权利，更能帮助每一位新加坡人掌握成功所需的技能。教育为我们谋定了坚实的基础，帮助我们找到好的工作。有了好的工作，我们就能为自己和家人创造更美好的生活。Once again, good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle, and I'm from West Coast. Please vote for PAP. Let me share with you why. I first started serving in the community when I moved into West Coast in 2012. Many people ask me, what made you want to serve? Today, I want to share my reason with all of you. It is simple. I saw for myself how much the government is doing to help the people. Let me give you one example. Something many of us may take for granted. Education. In Singapore, every child is given the opportunity to go to school. But not everyone in the world has that chance. Our government believes deeply in the power of education, not just as a basic right, but as a way to equip every Singaporean with the skills to succeed. Education gives us a strong foundation. It helps us get good jobs. And with good jobs, we can build better life for ourselves and for our families. I'm a mother of 3. Like every Singaporean parent, I worried about my children's education, their future career, whether they will have a home of their own, and what kind of world they will grow up in. But I'm also grateful because I know we have leaders who think long-term, leaders with foresight, leaders who work hard to plan for our future and the future of our children. I want to say that I've had the privilege to volunteer with Minister Desmond Lee for the last 2 years. He has rolled out many initiatives to support the West Coast residents. One of the many programs he did was Care Bag. This program distributes daily necessities to support families in need. That is why I trust that our government and the PAP will continue to make Singapore a better place for the next generation. Vote for PAP. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. There we have Michelle. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome our next resident from Taman Jurong. Please welcome Valencia.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Valencia, a youth volunteer from Taman Jurong. Taman Jurong, where are you? Over the past few years, I've had the privilege of growing within Taman Jurong, not just as a volunteer, but as a person and a young leader. 我在裕廊社区当义工的过程中，学到了很多东西。不只是关于怎么帮助别人，更重要的是怎么成为一位有同理心、有责任感的人。而在这一切的过程中，少不了一位重要的人物，而那就是黄伟忠先生。他不仅是我们青年义工的领导，更是我们的榜样。Here in Taman Jurong, I've had the opportunity to work on meaningful projects, From planning events for causes that I care about, outreaching to the community, to walking the ground with Sean, all these experiences grew and shaped me in ways that I never expected. Sean always told us to see with our heart and to see what others don't. And that means to notice the quiet struggles, the overlooked corners of our community, and then doing something about it. Sean believes deeply in what he does. And that passion is contagious. It makes us want to do more and do it better. He taught us that volunteering is more than just a personal fulfillment. It is also about reaching out to the community and empowering people whose voices sometimes go unheard. To me, Sean is more than just a leader in our community. He's also my mentor. I still remember how he sat me and my volunteer friends down to give us pep talks before our major exams. He asked us about our dreams and goals and shared his own stories to tell us that regardless of how we do, there will always be an alternative out there for us. It is moments like this where I can tell that Sean truly cares. No matter how young or inexperienced we may be, he makes us feel seen. You know how we often hear the same words when people describe a good leader? Integrity, dedication, passion, vision. Yes, Sean has all of those. But what sets him apart isn't just these traits. It is the way he lives them every single day, in how he treats people, how he listens, how he takes action, and most importantly, in how he shows up even when no one is watching. He is the kind of leader I look up to and why I'm proud to stand here today as a part of Team PAP West Coast Jurong West GRC to support Sean Huang as his team of great candidates led by Minister Desmond Lee. I look forward to growing and learning with this team of leaders over the next 5 years and beyond. So, vote for PAP! Vote for opportunities for all. Majulah PAP! Majulah Singapura! Thank you.
Thank you, Valencia. So now you see that our MPs are not only grassroots advisors and leaders, but they are also true mentors, we heard from Valencia's speech. Up next, let's give it up for Mr. Bala, who is a long-time volunteer and resident of Pioneer of 35 years. அடுத்து நமக்காக பேச வருகிறார் திரு பாலசுப்ரமணியம். பயனியரில் 35 ஆண்டுகளாக வசித்து வரும் ஒரு தொண்டொழியர். திரு பாலா.
Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to my Pioneer and West Coast GRC residents. My name is Bala. I came to live in Boon Lay in June 1976. That's almost 49 years ago. Thanks to the hard work of PAP, I have seen our West Coast GRC transform into a vibrant community. I stand before you as a long-time volunteer and who has witnessed firsthand the heart and hope Mr. Patrick Day has brought to Pioneer community. Mr. Patrick Day மிகவும் உற்சாகமானவர். காலை முதல் மாலை வரை பல நிகழ்ச்சியில் கலந்து கொண்டு மக்களின் பிரச்சனைகளை கேட்டறிந்து அதற்கான தீர்வுகளை கண்டு வருகிறார். இவர் மக்களுக்கு தொண்டு ஆற்றுவதில் புதியல்ல. புடோக் வர்த்தாரத்தில் ஆரம்பித்த பணி அங்குள்ள இளைஞர்கள் மற்றும் முதியவர்களுக்கும் தேவையான பல உதவிகளை செய்துள்ளார். மேலும் யூனியன் தலைவராக இருந்து தொழிலாளர் நலன் காப்பவராக தொண்டளியுள்ளார் என்பதை குறிப்பிடத்தக்கது. திரு பேட்ரிக் டே நம் வட்டாரத்தில் பொறுப்பேற்ற போது நம் வட்டாரம் நல்ல வளர்ச்சி பெற்றிருந்தது. அது அவருக்கு போதுமானதாக இல்லை என்பதை உணர்ந்தார். முன்னேற்றம் என்பது தொடர்ந்து நடைபெற வேண்டும் என்பதை கருத்தில் கொண்ட செயல்பட தொடங்கி ஆரம்பித்தார். திரு பேட்ரிக் டே அவரால் ஆரம்பிக்கப்பட்ட திட்டம்தான் கேர், கிரியேட், கனெக்ட். இது நம் சமூகத்தில் உண்மையான மாற்றங்களை கொண்டு வந்துள்ளது என்பது நாம் அறிந்ததே. கேர் என்ற வகையில் அவர் உதவி தேவைப்படுவோருக்கு பணிவுடன் விரைந்து உதவி புரிந்து வருகிறார். கிரியேட் என்பதில் வேலை வாய்ப்புக்கான கண்காட்சிகள், திறன் மேம்பாட்டு திட்டங்களை கொண்டு தம் மக்களுக்கு பெரும் உதவி செய்துள்ளார். கனெக்ட் என்ற போது மக்களின் உடல் நலம் மட்டும் இல்லாமல் அவர்களின் மனநலத்திற்கும் அக்கறை கொண்டு உடல் பயிற்சி, ஓய்வு நேர நடவடிக்கைகள் போன்ற பல நடவடிக்கைகளுக்கும் வழி செய்துள்ளார். இன்று நம்மிடம் உள்ள ஆக்டிவ் ஏஜிங் சென்டர், ஃபேமிலி சர்வீசஸ் சென்டர், லீப் சட்ட உதவி மையம் மற்றும் விஸ்பரிங் ஹார்ட் ஆலோசனை மையம் அனைத்தும் அவரது முயற்சியின் பயனே ஆகும். வாழ்க்கை செலவுகள் அதிகமாகி வரும் இன்றைய காலத்தில் நமது குடும்பங்கள் நெருக்கடிக்கு ஆளாவதை உணர்ந்த திரு பேட்ரிக் டே சமூக கூட்டாளர்கள், தனி நிறுவனங்கள் மற்றும் நன்கொடையாளர்கள் போன்றோர்களுடன் சேர்ந்து நமது சுமையை குறைக்க முயன்று வருகிறார். முக்கியமாக நமது குரலை நாடாளுமன்றத்திற்கு எடுத்துச் செல்லும் உறுதியான பலமாக இருந்து நம்மளுக்கு எப்போதும் பணிபுரிந்து வருகிறார். Here's my appeal to all of you. Let's stand together with him. Let's support him. Let's continue to walk this journey with Patrick Day, a man who has never stopped walking for us. Together we make Pioneer stronger, united and future ready. Vote for PAP, vote for Pioneer, vote for Patrick Day. Thank you.
Mr. Patrick Chee is a man who never stopped working for his residents, and we heard that from Mr. Bala from Pioneer. Thank you, Mr. Bala. And now we have Mr. Francis Lee from Boon Lay. He is a resident in Boon Lay since 1975. Can we have Mr. Francis on stage?
各位乡亲、父老、兄弟姐妹，大家晚上好！大家晚上好！大家晚上好！我的名字叫李秀全。过去5年，在李志深先生的带领下，我们文理区有了很大的进步，这里的设施也越来越齐全，环境越来越好，大家的生活也一天天改善，变化大家都能感受到。李志深先生不只关心整个社区的发展，也特别重视大家的生活。他推出了很多帮助居民的措施，减轻大家的负担，也关心和支持需要帮助的家庭，真正用心在为我们大家服务。他是一位亲切、诚恳、肯做事的好部长。经常到社区来听大家的意见，了解大家的需要。我们需要这样的领袖，继续带着我们向前走。 所以，在来临5月的大选，我真诚的呼吁大家，把宝贵的一票投给人民行动党。西海岸裕廊西集选区的候选人李志胜先生，让他继续为我们服务，为我们的未来打拼。接下来，让我李秀全为大家讲几句潮州话。我是如浪18个大师冲界农囝，我讲大过，一届国家爱进步，就有一届好嘅政府。就爱有一届好嘅领导为人服务。有请各位兄弟姐妹，5月3号嘅大选，有请恁咱手电一票，投予人民行动党。投予李志胜先生，为咱未来嘅服务，好吗？袂笑，我发3声 BAB， 恁咱也对我发3声 BAB 好冇？1、2、3 ，BAB， BAB， BAB， 感谢各位。
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Lee. And next from Jurong Spring Depot. Please give it up to Jurong Spring Depot. Please give some cheer to Jurong Spring Depot and invite Eda Khan onto the stage. Berikan tepukan yang gemuruh untuk Eda Khan.
Thank you so much, Didi. Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. A very good evening to everyone. How are you doing today? Good. Right. First and foremost, thank you. Thank you all for taking your time to be here with us today. Your presence and here today reflects the spirit and unity and care that makes our community strong. Right? Right. I am Eda Khan from Jurong GRC, and I have lived in Jurong Spring for 41 years. Thank you. In the period of time when I was in Jurong, I have watched our leaders, and now Mr. Desmond Lee, Mr. Huang, and Dr. Hamid have worked so hard to make Jurong Spring and Jurong a community place every year. Mr. Desmond Lee, Mr. Huang, and Dr. Hamid has always been a mentor to me. I have learned a lot from them. They are not only leaders and advisors, but they are also a friend. Then, when you always need them, they're always there for you, and they always walk the path together with you. I stand here today to represent PAP, and I would like to share about MFG, a Malay-focused group, a project initiative what began as a small effort has grown into something more meaningful, a mission to touch touch lives, strengthen community bonds, and make Jurong Spring a better place for all of us. MFG, the Malay Focus Group, is not just a project. It's a movement built on sincerity, volunteerism, and the belief that every individual, regardless of race and background, deserves support, opportunity, and dignity. Salam hormat kepada semua masyarakat Melayu. Pertama sekali, terima kasih atas masa anda hari ini. Kehadiran anda di sini mencerminkan semangat perpaduan dan penjagaan yang menjadikan komuniti kita kuat. Saya ingin berkongsi tentang MFG, Malay Focus Group, yang telah menyediakan berbagai sokongan yang segi bengkel percuma untuk pelajar, bengkel pendidikan, bengkel kesihatan dan alat ehwal terkini, dan juga untuk berpendapatan rendah untuk keluarga-keluarga. Kami telah melihat ramai ibu bapa bertambah keyakinan dan juga golongan muda bangkit dengan harapan baru. Semuanya kerana anda sokongan dari ketua dan penasihat melalui MFG. Namun, sumbangan kami tidak terhad kepada komuniti Melayu sahaja. Across Jurong, we have reached out to hundreds of families that all walks of life, the Chinese, Malay, Indians, and others. We have supported elderly residents living alone, deliver meals to those in need, giving grocery to the low-income family, and organize community events that bring neighbors closest to us together. We truly believe that the strength of society lies united through diversity. MFG, the Malay Focus Group, is a bridge between hearts and hopes. However, today I'm not here to just talk about what we have done. I am here to invite all of you to continue this journey with us, with Dr. Hamid, Razak, and all the leaders' guidance. Let us keep building Jurong into a place where no one is left behind, and where we look up for one another, not only because we have to, but because we want to. This is our home. Jurong is our home. Let's do it together. Majulah Singapura. Majulah PAP. Undilah PAP. Vote for PAP. 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 Thank you. And may we have continue moving forward together. Good night.
Terima kasih, Edaka, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, things are really heating up, and I can feel your energy. So much of you are so excited, and the people are coming in here after dinner. How are you feeling so far? Everybody good? Okay, we practice one more time. When I say West Coast Unite, you say Future Excites. Okay? Are we ready? Yes. 1, 2, 3. West Coast Unite!
Future excited.
Excited. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hey. West Coast Unite!
Future excited.
Okay, very good. Now we want to do the Jurong wave because the rally is about to start. If you sit too long, it's not good for your health. Okay, we don't want the health minister to come and attack us.
Yeah, because after dinner some more.
After dinner.
I want you to fall asleep.
So we'll start from the right side. When I say West Coast Unite, then you get up and you say Future Excite all the way to here. Then go back all the way to here. Can or not? Can? Okay.
Let's make some
noise. You're going to sit for 2 hours, very long. Okay? Starting from here, ladies and gentlemen, West Coast Unite! Up! I cannot see it.
Okay, let's get going. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, keep going, keep going. Up, 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 up. Yes, 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 yes. This one, yes. Oh, yes. Very good.
Okay, now come back. 1, 2, 3. West Coast, West Side, unite.
Fusha aside. Yes, yes.
Wow,
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Beautiful.
Yes.
This
Yes,
center
yes,
part,
yes,
very
yes.
good. Wow. To right to the end. Even the last person. Can you give yourself a big round of applause? Brothers and sisters, uncles and aunties, 今天晚上呢，我们来到这个 rally 呢，是很代表性的。It's a very important day because everyone on the 3rd of May, you have to make a very important decision that affects your family, your loved one living on the west side.
Yes, true. So let's unite tonight here at West Coast, Jurong West, and Pioneer. It's just getting some instructions from the ground. And let's not keep the energy down. Yes, I hear PAP. PAP. Yes, I hear them. Yes, Irene, what do we have?
Okay, so we have 2 more residents from the west side who want to share their stories with you. But before they come on, I want to share that I know Minister Desmond Lee 14 years ago. I was not because of my personal thing, my house or anything. There was something about my SME, the business that I have, and I asked him for help. And the reason why I'm here today is because he doesn't know me. I have a friend who went to school with him and said maybe he can help you. And I asked him, and he really went to check and help me. As an SME, if you are SME, you know how lonely it is. We don't have a lot of resources. We don't have a lot of big friends in high places. You just need to get some certification you don't know how to do. So ladies and gentlemen, I assure you, I'm here because Minister Desmond Lee is a very, very down-to-earth and real person who is also very helpful. If you have been blessed by Minister Desmond Lee, can I hear you make some noise?
Yes.
This is the Desmond Lee I know, my friend. Okay? And I hope that all of you remember your MPs who also have helped you, right? Whether it's Sean, Dr. Hamid, Cassandra, Patrick,
And Mr. Wei Neng from Nanyang.
So ladies and gentlemen, you have to be their spokesperson, right? If you are here to support your MP, let me hear you roar. It doesn't matter. I tell everyone, it doesn't matter who you support. But you must know why you support. And if people help you before, this is only fair. Give and take. Don't people give you, then you just complain. All right? So everybody, please turn to your neighbor and turn to your left and right and say, good to see you here.
We're very obedient crowd we have.
No, I
today.
love this. This is my Jurong West people. Okay, don't play. Politics cannot play. Elections cannot play. But our love for our neighbors can play. Yeah, go and shake hands with your neighbors on your left and right now.
Right, tonight let's show the
Everyone, yeah, let's show
Western
your
spirit, the Western spirit.
the West Side spirit. Okay, this is the spirit. Everyone on your left and right, your neighbors are your friend, regardless of race, language, or religion, or your party that you voted for. We are one Singapore, right?
And as we always say, just think about who walked with you, who helped you, and who assisted you through thick and thin.
是的
Has served you dedicatedly over the past 5 years.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So we have two residents now. Didi, would you introduce the next resident that will come and speak?
Absolutely. And now, going over to Nanyang, let's welcome 20 years of residence of Nanyang. Nelson, please.
Mr. Nelson.
加辣电脑派，免惊 ，BAP 做代志拢总有 spare， 我有原稿，不要怕。尊敬的南洋西海岸居民们，亲爱的南洋邻里伙伴们，大家晚上好。大家好，20年了，我来南洋服务20年了。这20年，我看世界的大选，3个国会议员，看到南洋的变化，尤其是过去5年，洪伟能议员上任后，南洋的变化更较大、更较紧、更较好、更较有人情味啊！伊是一个真正骨力的议员，尽心尽力为人民服务。请到人民行动党1票，请到洪伟能议员1票。各位西海岸的选民，晚上好。20年风雨同路，世界大选见真情，是你们让我深刻理解，南洋不只是一个社区，更是一个共同守护的家园。在无数居民领袖的共同努力下，我们见证了一起携手改进许多基础设施，也见证了我们不变的精神，团结、关怀、坚持，使我们社区变得更好、更完善。请容许我向在座的每一位致敬，是你们用辛勤的双手筑起社区的基石，用包容的胸怀化解邻里每一个矛盾，用惊奇的信念推动南洋的巨变，用那携手改善社区设施、那些风雨送暖的互助行动，都是我们代代传承下去的干帮精神，干帮 spirit。我们比任何时候更需要你们这份信任的力量。洪伟能先生过去5年的热情为居民服务，他的记事本里写满家长里短的居民关切，他的热忱排满满街串走、满巷的访问，实地的走访了每一位居民。每当主屋翻新、家居改善计划，是洪伟能先生努力不懈，以多方协调，为更多的家庭争取更多的服务跟福利。这位用脚步丈量民情的实干家，始终实现着把办公室设在社区里的承诺。我们要建设一个更绿色、更安全、更有活力的南洋，让我们的孩子安心成长，让长者们得到尊重，让每一个声音都不被忽略。面向未来，我们要继续塑造振兴我们南洋社区，设立一个南洋关怀基金，专项扶持弱势群体，提供有力的支持，让有需要的家庭享受免费的食物礼包。我们继续提供平价餐饮选择，包括1块钱的国本，减轻我们居民的生活开销。这个决定性的时刻，请用你们手中的选票，不只是信任的付托，更是对使你们能在更环保、安全的环境里的期待，对父母能在安全的社区里漫步的承诺，对我们共同书写南洋的故事的 新篇章的庄严见证。让我们的选票为契约，延续这份珍贵的家园情谊，让洪伟能先生继续为南洋的建设领航员，让人民行动党继续为民生福祉的守护者。现在，请允许我提醒大家，共同喊出我们的信念：心连心，守护南洋，手牵手建筑家园；心连心，守护南洋，手牵手共筑家园；心连心，守护南洋，手牵手建筑家园。让我们团结一致，一起把南洋建设的更完美、更强大、更有活力。南洋的未来掌握在我们的手中，请支持人民行动党，请支持洪伟能先生，一起携手同进。BID， BID， BID， 前进吧南洋，前进吧新加坡，马出了新加坡，马出了南洋，谢谢。
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen， 请大家以大声的鼓掌，谢谢我们的南洋的大哥大，Nelson 大哥，谢谢你，哇，多么激励人生的一番话哦！你人听了会甘无？会甘听无？啊，这个安哥讲话真有力啊！你看吼，真 power 哈，本 BB 哈，啊，it's very powerful 啦，this one。
Yes. He is a real activist from Nanyang. Yeah. Long time activist.
Can tell he's long time from his age. Can tell he long time. I also long time my age.
But you're not so old.
I think I'm about the same. 你几岁？62岁。你 serve 了几年？你做了几年？20年啊！然后大家给他来点掌声好不好
？Berikan sorakan untuk Mr. Nelson.
20 years long service, huh? All right, ladies and gentlemen.
So we have heard our speakers speak their hearts with you, right? Whatever they have shared just now over the past half an hour, it's their real, true life experience that they have gone through with their MPs over the 5 years.
Yes, and we have one more last speaker from our Raja. But before that, we want to thank all our friends. You all don't have to stand below. Upstairs got seats also. There's seats over here and there. OK， 各位刚刚来的人，大家好，我是洪爱玲，谢谢大家来到我们今天的 West Coast Jurong West GRC Pioneer SMC 2025 GE Rally.
Yes, can we make some noise?
Berikan sorakan anda.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, remember our slogan for this rally. When I say West Coast, my West Side.
Future right.
West Side unite.
Future excites.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. West Side unite.
Future excites.
Then you can whistle also. Beep. Okay, West Side unite.
Future excites.
West Side unite.
Future excites.
People from this side, West Side unite.
Future excites.
This side, West Side unite.
Future excites.
Give yourself a big applause. All the cool West Siders. Okay, now we want to do a roll call because we got some new people. 有些居民们还有朋友们刚刚进来，对不对？你可以从这边走上去，上面还有位坐。Okay? Can I invite all of you to go up so that you are more comfortable?
Yes, because there's so many seats left.
今天真的是感谢上天啊！我们的天气很好，有一点凉凉的风。好，大家不要这么辛苦站着，好不好 ？Okay? 你老人是有老人家嗬。Oh, yeah, if you meet any old folks, please let them sit, especially our senior citizens, okay?
Yes, please make yourselves comfortable. We are going to have an exciting night ahead with all our candidates. We're going to make their speeches. They're going to share their plans with you for the next 5 years. So just sit back, relax, find yourselves a seat, grab a cup of drink, and enjoy the night with us.
Kepada teman-teman yang baru datang, ada tempat duduk di atas. Silakan duduk di atas and make yourself comfortable too.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for making time off on a Sunday night. I know tomorrow is a work day, but we are thankful that you care enough. Okay, you care enough that you come here. 谢谢大家百忙抽空，百忙抽空。你知道我的华语很厉害的哈，你们听得懂就可以了啦哈。希望大家呢今天来这边呢是聆听，然后回去思想，5月3号自己做决定。希望大家呢也是以一个再次提醒大家，大家都是新加坡人，不管你们要投什么党的，我们都要支持我们新加坡人 ，OK， 都要爱护我们新加坡人。Our neighbors, our relatives, let's love one another as one Singapore. OK， 好 ，So regardless of race, language, or religion or party, please be seated. 请坐，谢谢大家。Okay, now we want to do a roll call. Let's now check where our people are. Can we hear from the people from Boon Lay? Okay, so Boon Lay is here.
Okay, now we have more people, more noise.
Very nice Boon Lay, passionate people. 很激动，很热忱。Okay, where are our friends from Ayer Rajah? Ayer Rajah over there, okay. How about Taman Jurong? Wow, young and energetic.
Wow, see
All right.
the flags.
And anyone from Pioneer? Right on top. The Pioneer people are right on top. And let's hear it from our Jurong Spring Gagpo. And how about our friends from Nanyang? Brother Nelson, your people, Brother Nelson one. Okay. Last but certainly not the least, make some noise if you are from West Coast. West Coast. And now, all of you as one West side, please make some noise. Louder.
I'm sure you can do better than this, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise!
Yeah.
And we now have our candidates entering the stadium. Minister Desmond Lee.
The moment you've now been waiting for.
Huang. Ms. Cassandra Lee. Mr. Wei Neng. Dr. Hamid Razak. Mr. Patrick Chee. And joining us as well is our special guest, our beloved Senior Minister, Chee Hean.
对了，大家请以热烈的掌声、尖叫声欢迎我们西海岸裕廊区集选区的候选人，还有先驱单选区的候选人们，大家以热烈的掌声欢迎他们，好不好？
நமது அமைச்சர் திரு டெஸ்மண்ட் லீ தலைமையிலான வெஸ்ட் கோஸ்ட் ஜூரோங் வெஸ்ட் தொகுதி குழு பயணியர் தனி தொகுதிக்கான வேட்பாளர் திரு பேட்ரிக் டே மற்றும் மூத்த அமைச்சர் திரு சீ ஹியன் அவர்கள் இப்போது வந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள்.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your MPs for Boon Lay, Ayer Rajah, Taman Jurong, Pioneer, Jurong Spring Gagpo, Nanyang, West Coast, as well as SM Chee Hean in the house.
Mari kita raikan bersama kehadiran mereka. Berikan sorakan anda untuk mereka.
Yes,
Wow,
that's the spirit.
Those of you at home, this is a moment that they just arrived from their busy day schedule of visiting the residents as well at the hawker center. Good evening, sir. Good to see you, sir. Never in my life have I imagined I would stand here on stage, you know me.
Me too,
As a host for a rally, I always watch from home, and I've attended several in the past years. I never thought I would come here. And today, I just want to say I'm here because I am a friend of Desmond Lee.
That's a proud moment.
How many of you are Desmond Lee's friends? Make some noise.
Berikan sorakan anda.
West Coast Jurong West Pioneer.
When you are in need and your friend help you, they are a friend indeed. So I will always remember Desmond helping me. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you could give us a few more minutes, we'd like to invite the last residents for tonight as the resident speaker, local speaker. This gentleman, I've worked with him for a few National Day. I particularly remember it was so difficult during COVID to host the hybrid National Day for Ayar Raja. And last year, I also hosted the Ayar Raja National Day event, right? And I really was amazed by how hard he worked until I thought he was a full-time staff. He said, no lah, sister, I volunteer only lah. So ladies and gentlemen, representing Ayar Raja, please welcome Salve!
Good evening, friends and residents of West Coast, Jurong West GRC. Dacia, 晚上好。我的 West Coast Jurong West GRC 的朋友 Salam sejahtera, kawan-kawan dan penduduk West Coast dan Jurong West GRC. அன்பார்ந்த West Coast Jurong West GRC குடியிருப்பாளர்களே நண்பர்களே என் முதற்கண் வணக்கம். My name is Selva and Ayar Raja has been my home since the day I was born. We have built our lives here and this community together under the steady care of the People's Action Party, PAP. Today, the Progress Singapore Party, PSP, is asking us to change course. They're asking us to risk everything that we have built and place our future in their hands. Tonight, I stand before you, not just as Selva, but as a voice of many residents, to raise three simple questions that deserve clear and honest answers. First, PSP's Secretary General, Mr. Leong Man Wai, says that an MP's job is just to speak on high-level policy issues in Parliament, not to address municipal matters. We disagree! All this while, MPs are expected to be on the ground, solving estate problems, helping families who are struggling, and to build a stronger and kinder community. A real MP must work side by side with government agencies, town councils, and community partners to bring real solutions to real problems. And most importantly, we expect the party and MP to see through the major upgrading and transformation that are already happening in Ayar Raja. Our votes are not just for speeches. We expect actual service. We want real work for Ayar Raja. Second, leadership and accountability matter. But what do we see from PSP? 5 leadership changes in just 5 years. First, Dr. Tan Cheng Bok, followed by Mr. Francis Yuan, followed by Mr. Leong Man Wai, and then we had Hazel Phua. Now we are back to Mr. Leong Man Wai. If a party cannot even keep its own house in order, how can they take care of a house? How can we trust them to run a town council and practice accountability and to take care of our families? And if they are divided at the top, what will happen to our people? Third, the lack of a clear manifesto. Who exactly will take care of Ayar Raja if PSP wins? Dr. Tan says he will only be a mentor. Some PSP members say it's Mr. Leong Man Wai. We also have them saying it's Ms. Hazel Phua. And the latest, someone suggested Mr. Sunny. But what happens to Boon Lay? We still have Nanyang, we have Jurong Spring, we have Taman Jurong, we have West Coast. Who will stand for these communities if PSP has no clear plan and no clear team? Friends, this is no small matter. This is about who will walk with us, fight for us when things get tough, and answer our call when help is needed. We deserve to know clearly and firmly, no games, no confusion, who will be responsible and who will be accountable. Don't be mistaken. These are not attacks. These are necessary questions from the residents. Because friends, again, this concerns our homes and loved ones. This is our future. We should look beyond the past. This election is about who can serve us today and for many more years to come. Ask yourself, who can solve problems with steady hands? Who is willing to do the hard work day after day for my Ayah Raja and for all our residents? PAP. Over the past decade, we have seen Ayah Raja come alive with stronger infrastructure, better homes, safer streets, and a community full of life. This did not happen by chance. It happened because of our PAP's leadership and commitment. We know what strong, reliable leadership looks like. We must not gamble it away. Come 3rd May, remember, we must stand together with the People's Action Party and keep West Coast Jurong GRC strong and united. Let us vote wisely to secure a better tomorrow together. Vote PAP. 投人民行动党一票 Undilah PAP. Bakal saya continue bakal tinggal. Majulah PAP. Majulah Singapura. Nandri, terima kasih. 谢谢. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Silva. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready to hear from your candidates? Are you ready to hear from your MPs? But before that, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, remember, as May has said earlier, we are not here just for a rally. We are here to celebrate our residents as well as our volunteers. So could you please give yourself a big applause for making time here today, tonight?
Thank you. It's a great honor to have all of you here tonight with us.
So if you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, this is the channel that you're tuning in for the West Coast Jurong West, GRC and Pioneer SMC. Okay, our GE2025 rally. Yes. What I say in a Tamil.
தேர்தல் பிரச்சார கூட்டத்தை நீங்கள் நேரடியாக இணையத்தில் காணலாம். CNA Channel News Asia ஒளி வழியில் நீங்கள் காண முடியும்.
That's right. All right, 让我们欢迎西海岸裕廊西集选区的候选人，好不好？ Let's welcome our West Coast, Jurong West, GRC and Pioneer SMC candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please make your loudest cheers and applause for Minister Desmond Lee. SBS Huang, Ms. Cassandra Lee, Mr. Wei Neng, Dr. Hamid Razak, Mr. Patrick Chee, together with our local speakers on stage just now. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our candidates as well as our local speakers. West Side people, make some noise!
இனி நாம் ஆவலுடன் எதிர்பார்த்து காத்திருக்கும் தருணம். வேட்பாளர்களை மேடைக்கு அழைத்து விட்டோம். அமைச்சர் டெஸ்மண்ட் லீ தலைமையிலான வெஸ்ட் கோஸ்ட் ஜூரோங் வெஸ்ட் குழுவினர் அவர்களோடு பயணியர் தனித்தொகுதிக்கான வேட்பாளர் திரு பேட்ரிக் டே, இவர்களோடு நமது சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் மூத்த அமைச்சர் திரு Chee Hean.
Mari kita raikan bersama kehadiran Minister Desmond Lee dari West Coast Jurong West dan Mr. Patrick Tay daripada Pioneer SMC. Dan juga tetamu kehormatan kita di atas pentas, Senior Minister Chee Hean. Berikan sorakan anda.
Sinners. 1, 2, 3. West Side United. Future excited. West Side United.
Future
Excited. West Side United.
Future
One last time. West Side United.
Future excited.
I came out with this slogan. Practice with them. Nice or not? Nice or not? Approve or not?
Unique to the West.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you so much. If West Coast, Jurong West, Pioneer people, are you ready for your first speaker? I can't hear you. Are you ready for your first speaker for tonight? Our first speaker is known by his resident as our hawker hero. This man helped our Jurong West hawkers go cashless during COVID. I don't know if it's good or bad because my mother keeps using it. But Sean isn't just about chopping seeds with your tissue paper. He's also a father of 2 who will personally reply your email, messages at 2 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, this is I Own Self Right One. Please welcome Mr. Sean Huang.
Berikan sorakan anda.
Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, saudara dan saudari, selamat sejahtera semua. Ani vanakkam, vanakkam. Daja wanshan hao. Good evening, brothers and sisters of West Coast, Jurong West GRC. Before we begin, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for taking time, for standing here with us, for believing that gathering together to rally matters. And we are humbled by that. Because it reminds us that change doesn't begin from speeches or headlines. It begins with people, neighbors, friends, strangers, coming together, choosing hope, choosing each other. And for that, from the bottom of our hearts, a big thank you. Tonight, we want to begin by speaking the minds of fellow Singaporeans, the quiet concerns, the hopes, the daily struggles that many Singaporeans carry with them, the rising cost of living, the pressures on our youth, striving to find their place in an uncertain world, the anxieties about jobs, about homes, about building a future in a world that feels like changing faster than ever before. The quiet worries of our seniors, wondering if they will have enough, wondering if their contributions will be remembered. The hopes of families, hoping for a better tomorrow for our children, these are real concerns. They are felt in every heartland, spoken around kitchen tables, in coffee shops, in workplaces across our island. We do not turn away from these realities. We act on them with vigor because that is how we move forward together. And as we acknowledge these struggles, Singaporeans carry a sense of immense pride and fulfillment. It is heard along every street, that unique Singaporean accent. And you say, yes, that is my brother, my sister from Singapore. In times of challenge, we all rise to become champions and ambassadors for Singapore, to take action and make an impact in a world where there are very few of us. Because In this little island, with no natural resources, but packed with limitless spirit, give us much to be proud of. That yes, we can attitude. It is here that generations of Singaporeans turn hardship into hope. It is here that families who had little found a way to dream big. Singaporeans have built a place where a child from a humble background can rise to lead, where an entrepreneur with a bold idea can change the world, where a senior who toiled for decades can live and cared for in the city which their hands helped to build. Yes, we can. Singaporeans are not shy, nor we are embarrassed from where we are from. However humble a background, there is no shame to share how Singapore was in 1965. Slums, poverty, unemployment, a future unimaginable. We are not ashamed by the start state of our pioneering generation, what our great, grand, or parents started with. We wear it as a badge of honor because you can cut cookies out of dough, but you will never strip it out from our DNA. This is our fighting spirit, the can-do attitude. It is deep in our DNA. To make the impossible improbable and the improbable possible. That is what we are made of. Yes, we can. Tonight, we have SM Teo with us. He has spent a lifetime serving Singapore and Singaporeans. I cannot say enough to honor his contributions. We thank him from the bottom of our hearts for his leadership and sacrifice. Tonight, I have my teammates, Minister Desmond Lee, Mr. Wei Neng, and two new candidates who will be joining our team. Dr. Hamid Razak, an orthopedic surgeon who has lived in Jurong for 30 years and spent 17 of those serving the residents of Jurong. And Ms. Cassandra Lee, a technology lawyer who has volunteered in Jurong for over 17 years. Our SMC comrade, Mr. Patrick Tay, who is our champion for our workers. All have committed their lives serving the residents of West Coast Jurong West and Pioneer. The road ahead is not easy. Even as we face new challenges, we do so standing humble and in full gratitude on the shoulders of those who came before us. Grateful for the progress they have made possible, inspired by the sacrifice they have made with faith, and determined to honor their legacy by reaching even higher. But we must be clear-eyed about the world we live in, a world where opposing paradigms collide, where certainty feels harder to grasp, where the lines between truth and falsehood become blurred, where inequality threatens the bonds of community, where misinformation and deceit travels faster than truth, the fear of the unknown takes hold. And we wonder, what anchors us? What binds us? What will carry us forward when all seems uncertain? In this time of turbulence, in the age of noise, it becomes easy to turn inward. We must not retreat into cynicism. We must not lose faith in each other and in ourselves. And we must do more for one another. Yes, we can. Those of my generation and older will remember this song, a song that spoke deep into our hearts. The name of the song is He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother. If you take some time to Google or ChatGPT it, please do so. He ain't heavy, he is my brother. These words, a simple line, but it carries so much weight that words alone can barely hold. Because what the song reminds us of is the true measure of our humanity. It's not how far we can go alone, but how far we are willing to carry another over the distance. That when our brother stumbles and when our sister falls behind, we do not ask if they slow us down. We do not turn away. We lift them up, we carry them, because their journey is our journey. Their dreams are bound up with ours. And if you listen closely to that song, if you let those words settle in your heart tonight, you will hear something more. You will hear that life is not an easy road. You will hear that burdens can be heavy, that the path can be long. But you also hear this, that we do not rest, we do not give up, we do not stop until everyone finds peace, find hope, and find happiness. That is the PAP spirit that we hold on today. We give our best to one another, to believe that no burden is too heavy when we carry it together, to believe that no distance is too far when we walk side by side, shoulder to shoulder. He ain't heavy, she ain't heavy. They are our brothers, they are our sisters. With the PAP, all Singaporeans are worth every step, every effort, every sacrifice that we can give together. And so, my brothers and sisters, storms do not discriminate. When the winds rage and the waters rise, when the mightiest cruise ships, even the proudest battle cruisers, can be broken and sunk, not every vessel is made the same. Not every soul carries the same weight or strength. And consider this, when we say boats and tides, we cannot be limited to our view of this expansive world. A grand ocean liner may cross vast oceans, but it will never know the quiet beauty of the littoral waters.
the difficulties of a Class 7 rapid, unaffected by tides. A humble bumboat or sampan may dance lightly across rivers and coves and navigate the fiercest rapids, but may barely survive the fury of an open sea. Even an aircraft carrier depends on a team and a fleet of numerous ships of types and sizes to be effective and secure, each strong and vulnerable in its own way. If we only define success by the highest tides, we narrow our vision. We miss the true meaning of resilience, of community, and life itself. Because for all of us to survive, for all of us to thrive, it is not enough to sail alone and outpace the storm on our own. We must interlock our fates, like how we interlock our boats, bounded by deep trust and respect for one another, recognizing that only through our collective strength of all Singaporeans and embracing the beauty of every craft, every life, every dream, can we carry one another through the fiercest storms and navigate the most technical rapids. Storms will come and go, like how it may storm now, but we will ever stay here and stand together as one. We will never leave you. We will stand with you. We will walk with you all the way. Think about tonight, a young man named Brian. I first met Brian through a program called Gift of Development, an initiative that we started 14 years ago in Taman Jurong. It's a simple idea back then to create opportunities for children and families who needed a little more support and a little more hope. Brian was just 6 years old when I first met him, a young boy. And today, he's now a young man, graduating with a diploma in community development and coming back to the community to live his own dream and uplift others just like others who once uplifted him. I plan to conclude. To the youths, I say, you are the leaders of tomorrow. You are the builders of today. This future we speak is yours to shape, yours to dream, yours to create. The PAP has worked hard hand in hand with generations of youths over the last 60 years. Every generation unique, every generation renewed energy, every generation giving strength to others and uplifting others. Because he ain't heavy, he's my brother, he is my sister. To the seniors, I want to speak up to you from the heart. Long before today, long before the light dims and the new towers and bustling streets, you are the one who dreamed first. Thank you for your continued sacrifice. To the families, to the youths, to the seniors, the dreamers and the doers who make West Coast Jurong West your home, walk with us, believe with us, because this story is your story and it's not finished yet. We are not perfect, but in this short time in this life, let us choose to do good, choose to do right, choose to do better. Yes, we can. Majulah Singapura, Majulah PAP, and thank you everyone.
谢谢，大家以热烈掌声，谢谢高级政务次长王伟忠先生，谢谢。And now, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, next up, everybody, you have heard her story online. She's also been volunteering on ground for the last 16 years. Please give your warmest West Side welcome to Cassandra Lee, our new candidate for Air Raja. Ladies and gentlemen, Cassandra Lee. 我的名字叫李诗慧，对吗？欢迎。
Good evening, West Coast, Jurong West. Can I hear you? Thank you very much for being here tonight. I am Cassandra Lee. I'm a technology lawyer. I'm a mother to a 3-year-old, and I'm also a community volunteer. I started when I was 17, and in a flash of an eye, it has been 16 years. Over the past few weeks, I've walked the ground, knocking on doors, sharing kopis at coffee shops, and chatting with you in the markets. I've heard your concerns, your dreams, and your hopes for a better future. And one thing is clear. You want a leader who shows up, listens, acts, and most importantly, delivers. While I am new to the West Coast Jurong West team, I'm not new to service. The West is my home. For 16 years, I've served in Jurong East Yuhua, solving real problems, turning ideas into actions. Whether it's championing flexible work for caregivers, making estates more senior-friendly, or writing appeals at Meet the People sessions to help our families. Every effort started with one question: what do our people need? This is the spirit I bring to the team: fresh energy, ground experience, and a track record for getting things done. Tonight, I want to pay tribute to Ms. Fumi Ha. She has served for dedication for 14 years. She didn't just build infrastructure, she built trust. And I stand on her shoulders, ready to continue her work. The PAP team here has welcomed me like family. These are the people who have spent their lives here. Together, we share one mission: to make our community better, bolder, and ready for the future. What can you expect from me? You will see action. You will see progress. You will see meaningful change. In the future, West Coast Jurong West will be even more vibrant, forward-looking, and connected. You will see tangible improvements: new MRT stations, a rejuvenated West Coast Park, a new Clementi Stadium, redeveloped shopping center, neighborhood renewal, silver zones, cycling paths, and better transport links. I will work with you to deliver, to improve the lives of everybody. And it doesn't stop at infrastructure. To our youth, I will work with you to create more opportunities so you can thrive in this fast-changing world. To our young families, I'll help ease the pressures of raising children, caring for your elderly, and balancing your careers. To our seniors, I'll work to ensure you live with dignity, respect, and a strong sense of community. Here are my promises. I will invest in families. I will build up our neighborhoods. And I will always lead with heart. Our community needs real work, real results, and real heart, not flashy slogans or grand promises. So I ask for your support. Let's build a stronger, kinder, and more connected West Coast Jurong West together.
大家晚上好，我是人民行动党的新候选人吕思慧。大家好，我是毕业的候选人吕思慧。我是一名律师，在政府工作多年。我是一名母亲，有个3岁的儿子。我是一名长期的社区义工，17岁开始服务，一转眼已经16年了。今天站在这里，心中充满着感激。在裕朗、裕华，我服务了16年，社区是我的家。我从小在这里长大，大家看着我一路走过人生的每一个阶段。从学生到工作、结婚、生子，大家都跟我一路走来。阿公阿嬷们常对我说，他们希望安享晚年，生活简单，欢喜就好。我们要为长辈们提供更多的照顾。帮助他们过上舒适的晚年。我会继续推动活跃乐龄中心的计划，丰富年长者的活动内容和数量，让他们可以和朋友保持联系。此外，我们也会加强对看护者的支持，确保他们能更好地照顾家人。我明白年轻父母的辛苦，现在许多双薪家庭面临照顾孩子和老人的压力，还要平衡事业与家庭。在裕华区，我推动了灵活工作安排，让年轻的父母能照顾家庭和事业，在之间找到平衡。这是解决年轻家庭压力的关键。我也领导了改善无障碍设施的项目，让行动不便的居民能够安全出行、独立生活，保持与社区的联系。在这16年的社区服务中，我有幸亲身与推动、参与多项实际的改变，见证许多家庭的成长与进步。这些经验让我深知，真正的改变需要脚踏实地的努力，而不是空洞的承诺。未来的裕朗西还有西海岸将会焕然一新，地铁线、脚踏车道、公园、体育场将带来更便捷的交通。居住环境也会注入新活力。我将全力以赴，确保每个项目顺利实行，为居民带来实实在在的改变。尽管我年纪不大，我有丰富的社区经验。我希望为居民、为国家贡献我的力量，如女儿一般照顾我们这个大家庭。我有信心，我们的国家能一代比一代更好，长辈健康，孩子幸福。为着我人的子孙，趁食顺顺。我不是一个人，在我前面有李志生部长的领导。在我身旁有一群有经验的队友，在我身后是胡美祥女士和她团队给予我的坚定的支持。让我们一起建设一个更温暖的家园，共同迎接一个更美好的明天。请投我们一票，投人民行动党 ，Vote for me, Vote for PAP. Thank you.
谢谢。 理事会小姐，大家也热烈的掌声鼓励她，好不好？
Thank you for that sweet speech, Cassandra. And now we have another future star, Dr. Hamid Razak, the orthopedic surgeon by day and Jurong Springs superhero by night. Everyone, let's stand to our feet and welcome Dr. Hamid Razak. தம்முடைய குடியிருப்பாளர்களுக்கான தமது கனவுகளையும் திட்டங்களையும் பகிர்ந்து கொள்ள வந்திருக்கிறார் டாக்டர் ஹமீத் ரசாக். புதுமுகம் ஆனால் எல்லோர் மனதிலும் இடம் பிடித்துவிட்ட முகம் டாக்டர் ஹமீத் ரசாக்.
请引最热烈的掌声欢迎和明医生 Dr. Hamid.
West Coast and Jurong West, make some noise again. Now, this is not just a noise. This is our collective voice. The voice that I want to amplify in Parliament. With your support. Good evening, friends and residents. Salam sejahtera kawan-kawan dan penduduk West Coast dan Jurong West. Anebarkum vanakkam, tacha, wansang hao. Today, I stand before you not just as a new candidate, but as someone who has spent his life listening and acting for people. As a doctor, I've had the privilege of listening to and understanding my patients. Throughout this journey, I've understood a very simple truth. Health problems and social problems are always intertwined. And even the most resilient of patients, they battle not just their sickness, but they face loneliness, financial hardships, and family breakdowns. We do have a very strong healthcare system, yet I feel I could do more for them. They would come in for knee pain, back pain, and shoulder pain, and I could treat them with medication, injections, and even surgery. But behind that knee pain, behind that shoulder pain, and behind that back pain, there is a burden they hold for too long. Families and individuals who, when trouble hits, have no cushion to fall back on, no additional cash savings, no strong family networks, no hand to hold to pick themselves up. And that is why I am proud to stand here as part of a team that believes in tackling problems holistically. Because no problem exists on its own. When you dig hard enough, you will find that there are always other issues around or contributing to that one problem. We have many national level programs today, but they did not come from a policy paper alone. They were born out of local ideas, from young people, from groundwork, and from listening to people first. People first, then action, and that is your People's Action Party. While some may clamor for grand new policies every day, let us ask ourselves a simple question honestly. Can every single problem we face today be solved by a single policy? I believe no. There is a need for good policy, yes. If given the chance, I will fight to enhance flexibility for use of MediSave for chronic problems. I will fight for families so that we have work benefits so that we can have a good family life. I will work for our workers to upskill themselves so that they can contribute to their families. I feel for the Singaporeans who look after their parents in their aged years and at the same time look after the young ones fledgling in front of them. Now, while good policy is important, there is also a need for good local programs and ground-up initiatives to complement this community. Now, our community is like a forest. The forest is large, formidable, and alive. But what makes it special? Is it one particular tree? Is it the tallest tree in the forest or the shrubs? No, it is every single tree, tall or short, plant or shrub. They each play their role, rooted together. Likewise, our community cannot just rely on policies or programs alone. It is made alive by us, people, by residents, volunteers, and neighbors who look out for one another. But individuals who refuse to give up on one another. If we start dividing and giving up on one another, there is no policy or program that can save us. All it takes is one tree to uproot and the entire forest will crumble. Now this is the spirit I want to bring to Jurong Spring and Gekpo and to West Coast and Jurong West. The spirit of community and courage. The spirit of not walking away when things get hard. The spirit of hope grown from small but steady acts of care. When the trees of the forest stand tall, no storm, no wind, no hurricane can befall the forest. Allow me to continue in Tamil. தொலைவையும் மழையையும் பொருட்படுத்தாமல் இங்கு கூடியிருக்கும் என் அன்பர்களுக்கும் நண்பர்களுக்கும் என் முதற்கண் வணக்கம். என் உரையை தொடங்குவதற்கு முன்னால ஒரு சின்ன விஷயத்தை பத்தி நான் தெளிவுபடுத்த விரும்புறேன். முதல் கிழமை எட்வின், where are you? எட்வின், இந்த நபர் என்னிடம் அவரோட தொலைபேசியை கொடுத்து டிக்டாக்ல நீங்க ரொம்ப ட்ரெண்டிங் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கீங்க பாருங்கன்னு சொன்னாரு. பார்த்தேன், யதார்த்தமா என்ன சிங்கப்பூர் விஜய்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. அதுக்கும் மேல பல நடிகர்களுடைய ரசிகர்கள் கொஞ்சம் கவலைப்பட்டாங்க. கவலைப்படாதீங்க, ஏன்னா மக்கள் செயல் கட்சி ஒவ்வொரு சிட்டிசனுக்கும் உதவி செய்யும். இன் குட், பேட் அண்ட் அக்லி டைம்ஸ். மேலும் விசுவாசம், விடாமுயற்சி, இது எல்லாமே நம்ம மக்கள் செயல் கட்சியுடைய கொள்கைகள். சரி, இப்போது நம்ம தேர்தல் பிரச்சாரத்துக்கு வருவோம். இன்று நான் உங்க முன்னாடி ஒரு வேட்பாளரா நிக்கல. தினமும் மக்களுடைய கவலைகளை கேட்டு அவர்களுடைய பணிந்து ஒரு மருத்துவரா, உங்களுடைய நபரா நான் இங்க நிக்கிறேன். நம்ம இந்திய சமூகத்துல பாத்தீங்கன்னா உடல்நல பிரச்சனைகள் அதிகமா இருக்கு. மேலும் இந்த உடல்நல பிரச்சனைகள் நம்ம கவனம் காட்டி நமக்கு நிதி நெருக்கடி போன்ற பல சமூக பிரச்சனைகள் முன்வரும். இதனால வீட்டில் உள்ள பிள்ளைங்களுடைய கல்வியும் பாதிக்கப்படுது. நானும் என்னுடைய குழுவும் உங்களை நோக்கி ஒரு அடி வைக்கிறோம். அடுத்தபடியாக நீங்க ஒரு அடி எடுத்து நம்ம கிட்ட வர வேண்டும். நமது சமூகம் ஒரு தனி மரம் கிடையாது. இது ஒரு மலை காட்டை போன்றது. அழகானது, பெரிதானது, உயிரோட்டமானது. ஆனா அதை செழிப்பா இருக்க வைக்கிறது எது? ஒவ்வொரு மரமும், ஒவ்வொரு குடிமகனும். அவை ஒன்றொன்றும் தங்கள் பங்கை ஆற்றும் பொழுது வேர்கள் இணைகின்றன. அப்போதுதான் நம்ம சமூகம் கொள்கைகளை அல்லது திட்டங்களை மட்டுமே நம்பி இருக்காது. ஒரு தனி நபர் முன்னேறும் பொழுது இன்னொரு நபரை தூக்கி விடும்போது அதுதான் உண்மையான வெற்றி. காட்டுல மரங்கள் உயரமா நிற்கும் போது புயலோ சூறாவளியோ எதுவும் அதை வீற்ற முடியாது. அதுபோல நாம் ஒன்றுபட்டு நிற்கும் போது நம்ம எதுவும் ஒண்ணு செய்ய முடியாது. எனுமே என்னுடைய அருமை வாக்காளர்களே, உங்கள் முன்னேற்றத்திற்கு உதவிட எங்களுக்கு வாக்களியுங்கள். நன்றி, வணக்கம். Salam sejahtera kawan-kawan, puan-puan, tuan-tuan dan semua penduduk West Coast dan Jurong West. Hari ini saya berdiri di depan anda bukan sekadar sebagai calon sahaja, tetapi sebagai seorang yang sudah lama mendengar rentihan, berkhidmat dan belajar bersama anda semua. Sebagai doktor, saya nampak sendiri bagaimana masalah kesihatan dan masalah sosial saling berkait. Masyarakat Melayu Islam kita sudah capai banyak kejayaan. Dan kita bangga dengan apa yang telah kita bina bersama. Tapi kita juga mesti jujur. Dalam keluarga Melayu kita, masalah kesihatan makin ketara. Dan ini bawa kesan tekanan kewangan anak-anak kita pun terjejas dalam pelajaran mereka. Ini tak boleh dibiarkan. Ini mesti diubah. Masyarakat kita bukan pokok tunggal. Kita ini macam satu hutan, indah, luas, penuh kehidupan. Tapi apa yang buat hutan ini kuat? Bukan satu pokok sahaja. Setiap pokok, pendek atau tinggi, berakar bersama, semua memainkan peranan. Begitu juga masyarakat kita. Kita tak boleh harapkan dasar atau program sahaja. Yang buat kita kuat, yang buat kita maju, ialah kita semua bersama. Penduduk West Coast dan Jurong West, undilah kami. Undilah untuk masa depan yang lebih cerah, untuk anak-anak kita, untuk keluarga kita. Terima kasih banyak. 西海岸和宜兰市的朋友们，大家晚上好。我也想用华语讲话，可是今天时间不够。下次我会讲更多华语，谢谢大家的支持。Okay, I'm going to conclude back to English. I'm asking all of you, let's build that forest together. Let's move forward, not just in terms of kindness, care, not just in terms of progress, but in terms of kindness, care, and community. Vote for my team. Vote for PAP.
Thank you very much. 接下来，请大家以热烈掌声，谢谢何明医生 Dr. Hamid.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hamid. Up next, we will have the fatherly figure of West Coast Jurong West, Mr. Wei Neng. Always smiling, very calm. He has created a unique identity for Nanyang, especially with his multiracial mural arts. If you have not seen them, you should. Mr. Wei Neng, please.
下一位候选人，有请洪伟能先生，请以热烈的掌声欢迎洪先生。
Welcome. Selamat malam. Good evening, everyone. 大家晚上好。大家好。我是Wei Neng。今晚我们感谢你们放下手头的事务，与我们相聚于此。我是洪为能，此刻站在这里，我心中充满感恩。这5年来，是南园区每一位居民给予我的信任和支持，让我有机会为您服务，为您同书写我们的社区的故事。记得5年前我刚来到南洋的时候，口罩虽然遮住我们的面孔，却遮不了我们渴望互相沟通的心。
于是我下一个承诺，无论风雨，每一个星期我都做家访。在5年里，我做了300多次的家访，每一座组屋，每一个私人住宅区，都留下我们团队的足迹。那些在那个客厅里喝的茶，还有在主屋走廊听的建议，都成为我们改进社区的推动力。我们举办每一场活动，不仅是欢乐的聚会，更是心与心的交流。看到孩子们在翻新后的游乐场玩耍，我们看到年长者在升级后的乐龄角落谈笑风生，这些画面都让我确信我们所付出的都是值得的。居民们，疫情后的世界并不容易，当震灾的风暴卷袭欧洲和中东，还有当物价的浪潮冲击全球的时候，我们新加坡这个小红点也难免受影响。但是你的担忧就是中政府的首要关切。我们的金融管理局就像一位守护者，让新币保持坚挺，压低进口货的价格。大家都知道，98%我们的食物都是进口的。如果您有机会到邻国消费的时候，就会发觉到新币的强劲。我们的总理王群才兼财政部长所推出的援助计划，就像及时雨，通过现金补贴、礼券、水电费回扣等，实实在在的为你们减轻负担。在国家政策之外，我们更注重把温暖送到您的手中。过去5年，我们找到许多善心人士，筹了100万，就是要及时帮助有需要的人。我们颁发许多助学金，给贫困的学生有新的希望。我们派了超过1万个食物礼包，传递做社区的关怀。我们也发过20万的购物礼券。来减轻居民的负担。这些数字的背后，是一个真实的面孔，一个个温暖的故事。除了南洋，我们的团队在达曼、裕朗、玉泉、文理、碧宝、拉也热拉、亚一乐园还有西海岸都有类似直接帮助国民的一些项目，在各个市区播同样的希望。亲爱的居民们，服务不是口号，而是脚踏实地的行动。改变不是空谈，而是日复一日的支持的坚持。这5年来，我们用真诚换信任，用行动见证承诺。在未来，我期待继续与你携手，把南洋区、整个西海岸和裕朗西共同打造更美好的家园。请允许我再一次的感谢您的支持，您的一个微笑、一次握手、一条建议，都是我们前进的推动力。所以，我谦卑的恳请西海岸和裕典西的选民投人民行动党 PAB 一票，好不好？投 PAB 一票，好不好？谢谢。Dear residents of West Coast and Jurong West, a very good evening to all of you. The work of a member of parliament is built on 3 fundamental pillars, 3 solemn responsibilities that I carry with me every day. First, I must be your voice in the parliament. fighting for policies that uplift your life. Second, I must transform our neighborhood, ensuring estates are clean, safe, and vibrant with well-designed spaces. And third, I must stand with those who need help most, creating local programs that bring real relief to struggling families. Each of these duties matters deeply, and I want to share with you how we have turned this commitment into action. When you speak, I listen. When I speak in the parliament, I carry your concerns straight to the decision makers. For years, many of you told me the Orange Trust card does not cover enough, especially for dental care. So I raised it in the parliament and I went directly to the Minister for Health. And today, Orange Trust card holders can finally enjoy government subsidies at the private dental clinics. Yes, you have asked for safer cycling paths, and so I pushed for them. And now LTA is expanding the cycling route across West Coast and Jurong West, including right here in Nanyang. You told me about the struggles of living in segmented blocks. I fought for change, and the Live Access Housing Grant has increased from $30,000 to $80,000, helping more families with family members that has mobility issues to get home they deserve. The truth is, I could stand here all night listing all the changes we have fought for. But what matters most is, when you speak, I act. A great estate is not built in parliament. It's built on the ground with you. Let me ask you something. How many of you have seen me at your HDB block? At the home? How many of you have seen me at the coffee shop? At the market? At the community event? If you have, please give me a big wave. That is why we walk the ground. Because if we do not listen to you, how can we truly improve our neighborhood and your life? We have built a lot of shelter, always a lot of facilities. But I want to say something that's very close to my heart. I want to talk about something that caregivers of family members with special needs like myself, those who stay up all night, silently sacrifice their dreams for the people they love, those who always put others first. I know how tough it is because I have walked beside you. I've seen the strength and I've seen the tears. And that's why right here in Nanyang, we started Project Purple Heart. Not just a program, but a family where caregivers find support, understanding, and strength. And tonight, some of these everyday heroes are here. Mr. Richard Tan, Madam Isel, Madam Dandalau, Amanda and Aloysius, proudly wearing the Purple Heart t-shirt. Can I invite the family to stand up? And please give them a big round of applause. And it's not just about caregivers. We also believe in our next generation. Nanyang Sayang is something very special to Nanyang. Nanyang Sayang is a program that offers free tuition and mentorship program to students from needy families who need extra boost. we have conducted close to 6,000 free tuition sessions. We not only help them with learning, but also in character development, and parents appreciate that. University students, undergrads, our everyday heroes, come to teach, guide, and inspire these young minds without expecting anything in return. Tonight, we have two of our families that have benefited from Nanyang Sayang. Let me call Madam Yanti and family, Madam Rasfara and family. They are our proud parents with children grown up in Nanyang Sayang. And may I ask you to stand up and wave. Please give them a big round of applause. Because every child, regardless of background, deserves a chance to learn, to dream big and achieve big. This, my friends, is what care looks like in action. Not slogans, not posters, real action, real heart, real people. But the journey has not ended. There are still some more to do, more families to uplift, more lives to touch. So tonight, I ask you to give us the mandate to serve you another 5 years. Will you support us? Will you support PAP? Vote for PAP. Thank you.
谢谢洪维能先生。Ladies and gentlemen, there you have Mr. Wei Neng. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to bring on stage our SMC. Our SMC leader, the one that has been taking care of you for 5 long years. What's his name? What's the name of our SMC in Pioneer? Ladies and gentlemen, the man that's looked after you and cared for you for 5 years, if you will be interested for him to help you and take care of you for the next 5 years, please welcome Mr. Patrick Tay.
Mari kita jemput kehadiran pemimpin anda yang telah setia berkhidmat dan menjaga Pioneer selama 5 tahun.
让我们欢迎先驱单选区候选人郑德元先生，欢迎郑德元先生。
Residents of Pioneer, friends, party supporters, and my union sisters and brothers. Hello, I'm PAP's candidate for Pioneer SMC, Patrick Tay. 大家晚上好，我是郑德元。Selamat petang, saya Patrick Tay. Malay Vanakkam, Nan Patrick Tay. 大家好，我是李德元。A good evening to all of you. Thanks for making time to join us tonight. And I'm so glad to see so many of our residents, friends, and my sisters and brothers from the labor movement. My fellow residents, volunteers, sisters and brothers, I've seen the dedication and tireless work you put in to uplift our community. I've heard your passionate voices striving for a better Pioneer. So I want to say to you, thank you. Thank you for impacting the many lives in Pioneer, and thank you for your support as we continue this journey together. For those of you who are less familiar with me, let me share a bit about myself. I did both my first and second degree in law in NUS, started my career as a police officer for 6 years before joining NTUC in 2002 attend politics in 2011 after working in NTUC for slightly about a decade. Since then, I've served and engaged with thousands of workers, all colours and all ages, shipyard workers, security officers, healthcare workers, professionals, managers, and executives in the modern services sector, and in the past 3 years, workers in the electronics and manufacturing sector, where we assisted and represented those workers, many of them who were laid off and retrenched. I learned an important truth: the power of ordinary people coming together to do extraordinary things. I listened to their challenges and hopes, and together with the union and union leaders, fought for better wages, better job protection, and supported them through hard times. I've also personally been involved in representing many unions and workers in the Industrial Arbitration Court for the last 14 years. My personal credo has always been to impact lives and serve the community. In fact, this year marks my 40 years serving the community because I started young as a youth volunteer in Bedok, where I still live. And today I stand before you thanking all our Pioneer residents for the opportunity to serve you and your loved ones the past 5 years. At the recent Pioneer Together Carnival last Saturday, I saw a culmination of the Pioneer Together spirit we have co-created with both our residents and resident volunteers, coming together to celebrate our Frontier Community Club's 20th anniversary. I've also seen your children grow taller and taller, our families grow bigger, and the multiple generations all living under one roof together. This is what community means to me. I hope to continue that journey with you for the next 5 years to further build our Pioneer community. Through our weekly Meet the People sessions, I was able to lend my support to many of you. I remember a resident who needed help as she faced unfair treatment at work. She had to care for her daughter who was diagnosed with a type of cancer, primarily happening in children and young adults. Her company didn't support her, and she had to extend her no-pay leave to take care of her daughter. She reached out to me, and I assisted her to finally extend the no-pay leave for caregiving needs. Today, her daughter is recovering well, and she thanks us whenever we meet. I also remember speaking to one resident who shared that in the 3 years since moving here, she has seen remarkable improvements to our estate, a rejuvenated playground where her grandchildren can play, a fitness corner where she exercises with her friends in the morning, and covered ways to make it more accessible, especially for her husband who is on a wheelchair. Then, there was one resident who benefited from our legal clinics and special wills and lasting power attorney package, such that after his dad passed on, their family was able to handle the estate matters more speedily and more affordably. There was another who also benefited because of a lasting power attorney done before his mum sank into dementia. These are but a few of the many stories of our Pioneer community, and I'm so glad to have played a part in making your lives in Pioneer better, happier, and more fulfilling. And I believe more can be done. We will continue to do more to protect local jobs, especially for our Singaporean professionals, managers, and executives, by strengthening the Singaporean core, something which I've been lobbying for the past 14 years, for PMEs. I believe we could and should invest more to assist families who have children with special needs. In fact, we established 2 EPIC centres last year in Pioneer. I envision greener neighbourhoods with upgraded spaces, community events like food rescue, legal clinics, job fairs, fitness walks, where neighbours can lend their talents to support one another and get to know each other. It is always encouraging to see so many of you stepping up to help. This is truly a for Pioneer by Pioneer spirit. Thank you very much. Collectively, we did so much together. My Pioneer residents know my favorite 3 C's, what I call care, connect, and create. We cared by providing relief to more than 10,000 households through direct assistance and local packages to ease daily living expenses over and above national schemes. We offered Pioneer residents affordable home and accident insurance and even handyman services for the needy. The monthly legal clinics and estate planning have also helped many residents resolve their issues and save them the headaches dealing with complicated procedures. We connected the Pioneer community together through our wellness walks, community barbecues, monthly free haircut for seniors, and we have over more than 300 events on top of the regular events, so that there's truly something for everyone. Happening every day, every weekend. These connections are what makes Pioneer a place to live and truly belong. And finally, we created a beautiful, vibrant Pioneer home through tree planting, upgraded fitness corners, new playgrounds, new covered linkways, added drop-off points to make sure Pioneer homes remain accessible for all. In fact, the entire Pioneer is barrier-free. On a national level, as your MP, for the past 5 years, I've carried your concerns to Parliament when it comes to employment and career advancement. I've advocated for your rights in the Parliament with meaningful results, as I know many of our residents in Pioneer SMC are PMEs. We successfully pushed for the Workplace Fairness Act, which is a landmark anti-workplace discrimination law passed in January, stricter employment pass requirements, greater support for persons with disabilities and ex-offenders, and the Job Seeker Support Scheme, which was rolled out just 2 weeks ago, a form of unemployment support for workers who have lost their jobs after my decade-long lobbying effort. I will continue to do my best to lobby for measures to ensure better wages, better prospects and fair opportunities to advance in work so that we can maximize the true potential of every Singaporean worker, especially PMEs. We've achieved all this together, but we are not done. Bigger challenges lie ahead. In Pioneer, you never walk alone. I ask for your support to walk alongside you. My plans for Pioneer are not done. In fact, they are just beginning. For the next 5 years, I intend to continue this work together with all of you for Pioneer by Pioneer. Let me share what we will build together. First, residents can look forward to upgraded spaces with HIP, NRP and various upgrading programs, and we are going to bring greater convenience through 2 new covered linkways from Zone 5 to Jurong Point and from Zone 12 to Frontier Primary. Secondly, we will also be rejuvenating the Frontier Community Club, as well as fitness corners with modern facilities, what we call Fitness at Frontier. Third, we will roll out dedicated care programs to support our residents in education, health, legal, employment, as well as innovative and fun Connect initiatives to foster unity. As a father of 3 teenagers, I want to do my part to create a fairer, more inclusive, more hopeful community for them and to help them inherit a nation with stronger foundation. What we build today will shape tomorrow. 谢谢我们的先驱居民们这5年来的爱护的支持，特别是我们先驱居民的很多义务者。我希望大家会继续支持我们先驱这个团队，让我们来团结一致，创造的一个更爱护、更联系、更美好的先驱家园。我将在国会继续发声、继续发表，特别是住在我们先驱的居民们，大多数是白领工友们。我们会继续探讨怎样创造一个以国人为核心的一个工作队伍，让他们有更多的保障，特别是我们的白领工友们。此外啦， 还有我们的职场公平法令刚刚推动，希望大家能继续支持，让我继续跟你们发声，让在国会上给我们的工友们更多保障，特别是在这个比较冲击的一个状况。最后呢，就是在雇佣法还有怎样给工友维护更多保障，在这一方面，希望大家继续支持我，让我在国会上帮你们发声，让我们在工会跟工会领袖们一个团队来代表大家，看护大家的利益。In closing, I hope to serve you well and improve your lives, see through the projects that revitalize our neighborhoods, and show you support in times of need. True strength lies in collaboration, constructive dialogue, and offering support even when we all have differing perspectives. It is sometimes easy to criticize from the sidelines, to point fingers, but let's not make it that way. Let's do this together as one pioneer together. Let's work together to build a stronger, more vibrant community. I hope to get your vote of support to continue my journey and our plans with all our pioneer residents. Please vote for Patrick Tay. Vote for PAB.
谢谢我们的先驱单选区候选人郑德元先生。Up next, ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute honor to be even standing on the same stage with this gentleman who has served Singapore for 33 years. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please put your hands together to welcome SM Chee Hean.
Kita ada seorang tetamu yang sangat istimewa bersama kita hari ini. Beliau telah berkhidmat untuk rakyat Singapura sejak tahun 1992. Tahun ini menandakan 33 tahun beliau dalam perkhidmatan. Sina Minister Teo
33 ஆண்டுகளாக நாட்டுக்காக சேவையாற்றிய மூத்த அமைச்சர் Teo Chee Hean. Senior Minister Teo is a national leader who has shaped our nation's growth with vision and dedication. So we are very blessed to have SM Teo here tonight to deliver his rally speech for West Coast, Jurong West, GRC and Pioneer SMC. Let's give him a very warm PAP
大家晚上好，兄弟姐妹，大家好。今晚我要用马来语跟英语讲几句话，可以吗 ？OK， 我先讲马来语。Para penduduk West Coast, Jurong West dan Pioneer, pilihan raya ini berkenaan masa depan kita. Kita ada Perdana Menteri yang baru, Encik Lawrence Wong. Beliau ada pasukan yang mantap. Ada menteri-menteri berpengalaman, termasuk Menteri Desmond Lee di sini. Perdana Menteri Wong sedang perkukuhkan pasukan dengan ramai calon baru dan baik yang berkebolehan dan muda, termasuk Dr. Hamid Razak dan Cassandra Lee. PM Lawrence sedang mempersiapkan pasukan untuk masa hadapan, untuk berkhidmat kepada rakyat Singapura, untuk berkhidmat kepada anda semua di sini. Singapura kekal sebagai sebuah masyarakat yang aman dan harmoni. Walaupun terdapat konflik di seluruh dunia. Konflik ini, terutama konflik di Gaza, telah menimbulkan emosi di Singapura juga. Daripada membiarkan konflik di tempat lain, memecah belahkan kita, rakyat Singapura tidak kira bangsa atau agama, telah bersatu padu. Kami telah menyatukan usaha kami untuk menghantar bantuan kepada mangsa-mangsa di Gaza. Kedudukan pemerintah Singapura juga jelas. Kami telah mengutuk penggunaan kekerasan secara haram daripada semua pihak terhadap orang awam yang tidak bersalah. Kami menyokong penyelesaian dua negara yang termasuk penubuhkan sebuah negara Palestin. Kami telah mengundi di PBB untuk ini. Di Singapura, masyarakat Melayu Islam telah mencapai kemajuan besar. Lebih ramai yang meraih pendidikan tinggi dan bekerja sebagai PMET. Pemerintah menyokong inisiatif-inisiatif untuk memajukan lagi masyarakat Melayu Islam. Ini termasuk langkah penting menubuhkan Kolej Islam Singapura. Lulusan daripada kolej ini akan mempunyai pengetahuan mendalam dalam bidang agama dan juga dalam kerja sosial, berkonteks kepada masyarakat dan keperluan Singapura. Ini akan membantu mengukuhkan lagi masyarakat Melayu Islam kita dan menyumbang kepada keharmonian berbilang agama kita di Singapura. Apakah yang boleh kita lakukan sebagai rakyat Singapura? Kita boleh membantu Perdana Menteri Lawrence Wong membina dan mengukuhkan pasukannya, pasukan Singapura, pasukan anda, untuk membantu menjamin masa depan kita. Ini adalah masa yang lebih bergelora. Kita tidak tahu apa yang akan berlaku kepada dunia, kepada Singapura, kepada kita. Cara terbaik membuat persiapan ialah dengan bersatu padu dan mempunyai pemerintah yang stabil dan mantap untuk membimbing kita. Pelabur, khususnya pelabur asing, sedang memerhatikan kita. Negara-negara lain sedang memerhatikan kita juga. Beri Perdana Menteri Lawrence Wong mandat yang kuat supaya dia mempunyai kekuatan untuk berunding dengan pemimpin negara-negara lain. Ini juga akan memberi keyakinan kepada pelabur untuk melabur di Singapura dan mewujudkan peluang pekerjaan untuk kita. Anda tahu calon-calon PAP pada anda dengan baik. Mereka telah berkhidmat untuk anda selama bertahun-tahun. Ini adalah satu pasukan yang anda percaya. Dalam masa yang lebih bergelora dan mencabar ini, letakkan kepercayaan anda kepada parti yang anda percayai untuk parti yang akan memastikan kestabilan dan keharmonian di Singapura. Undilah PAP. Dear residents of West Coast and Jurong West and Pioneer, we live in a time of great change. The world we will face is not going to be the same as the world before that we were able to thrive in. So we need to prepare ourselves. We are all familiar now with the Trump tariffs. 10% on Singapore. Other countries have been imposed higher tariffs. But the uncertainty about when and how much these tariffs will be imposed or reimposed is already causing huge uncertainties for businesses and damage. The damage to the wider world trading system in the long term can already be seen. The World Trade Organization has forecast that world trade will shrink this year. and our economists and the International Monetary Fund's economists have forecasted that Singapore will grow more slowly than earlier predicted. The PSP, however, has brushed this away as fear-mongering by the PAP, trying to retain its power. Really? Is the PAP really so powerful that it can tell the IMF and the World Trade Organization how to forecast the world? That's not possible. If they don't believe the PAP, at least believe the World Trade Organization and the International Monetary Fund. Please, face up to reality. This is a real and present danger and poses dangers well into the future as the world trading system unravels and falls apart. It is going to have an impact on our businesses and our workers in Singapore. So we had better prepare ourselves to deal with this, and to try and brush this away is just totally irresponsible. Has the PSP any solutions to this? Perhaps because the PSP knows that it has no solutions to offer, then it tries to sweep aside these real problems with assertions that it is not a real problem. As PM Lawrence Wong has said, we don't take risks with Singapore and Singaporeans. We must prepare for all eventualities. But the PAP government does not have all the answers or the solutions yet, because we don't even know what the extent and the nature of the problem is yet. But we still must prepare. So what can we do? How do we prepare? Strengthen ourselves as much as possible as a country and as a people to safeguard ourselves. Strengthen our three reserves. Our financial reserves you're familiar with, the SCF and the home team reserves, but also our community reserves of social resilience and unity. This is the most important. Don't let our unity break down. Don't let our community harmony break down. In these troubled times, we need the politics of unity and not the politics of division. Instead of spending our energy like the PSP to try to pit one group against another group to snatch more of the pie, let us see how we can work together to make the pie bigger so that everybody can have a little bit more rather than trying to snatch from each other. That is the way to move forward. Many international companies are now seeking to rebalance their operations and find the best places to locate themselves. But what the PSP is doing will in fact make our pie smaller. Singapore's unity, stable government and consistent and rational policies are strong attractions for international companies to locate their manufacturing, their regional or global operations in Singapore. But if the PSP continues with its anti-foreigner rhetoric, it will frighten away and drive away these international companies when they're looking for a place to locate. They will drive away jobs and businesses for Singaporeans too. Do we want to let that happen? So how do we ensure that Singaporeans can have good jobs and salaries that keep up, not just with inflation, but with a desire for better quality of life that Singaporeans want? A key way is to make sure that they have avenues to upskill, upgrade, and keep up with the changes in technologies and job requirements. And one policy introduced by PM Lawrence Wong last year and enhanced this year is the Mid-Career Skills Future Credit combined with the Mid-Career Training Allowance. Mid-career workers receive a special $4,000 Skills Future credit so that they can take a substantive major course to upgrade themselves or even switch careers. when they study full-time, they can receive up to $3,000 per month for up to 24 months of training allowance. That is up to $72,000 over 2 years. So if you go and study full-time and you're 40 years old, 45 years old, who's going to help you pay for your family, your housing loan, and all these kinds of things? You've got family to feed. But we will provide you with a training allowance of up to $3,000 a month for 24 months so that you can retrain and prepare yourself for the future. There are other schemes like the progressive wage model coupled with workfare income supplement, which helps our workforce and our workers to upskill, stay employed, and take home more and save more in their CPF. These are real measures to address the real issues that Singaporean workers face, so that for the long term, our workers can continue to have good jobs and salaries that keep up, not just with inflation, but with the better quality of life that Singaporeans want for themselves and their families. My dear Singaporeans, over the last few days, I've been walking the ground in my old stomping ground in Pasir Ris and Punggol, and quite a few of my residents have asked me, why? Why am I leaving them? And asked me to carry on. I said, I don't want to leave them either. But I explained to them that if I were to seek re-election, it is not just because we have known each other for so many years, for so long, and we want to remain friends and keep in touch with each other. Of course we can. But if I were to seek election as a member of parliament, I must be sure that I can commit myself to fully serve them, doing all the things that you expect your member of parliament to do for you, fully and energetically, for the full 5 years, not for the 10 days of an election campaign. 10 days is passed quite quickly, but I must be sure I can serve for the full 5 years. Otherwise, it's not responsible for me to ask you for your vote. And I explained to my residents that is why I'm standing down, and I'm happy to see that now in my GRC, now my 2 GRCs, we have strong teams to represent the residents. I can step down with peace of mind, and I hope that my residents will have peace of mind knowing that they have good, strong teams to help take care of them for the full 5 years for the future, and not some group that comes along and campaigns for 10 days and say, I will look after you. I have to place the best interests of my dear residents first. It is not about me. It is about my residents. That's the key. PM Lawrence Wong is doing the same thing for our country after he has taken over as PM from SMD Sian Loong. He has good people in his 4G team already, ministers and MPs, and he is bringing in many more new and able candidates to make sure that he has a good, strong team to take Singapore through, not just for the next 5 years, for the next 10, 15 years. So let us help him build the strongest team possible for Singapore, for you. The PSP has said that we don't need to give PM Lawrence Wong a strong team. After all, we have successfully overcome all the crises in the past. So, of course, we will overcome this crisis as well. After all, we also have a very good civil service. This will see us through. Is it so simple? Is this like a driverless car on AI that would navigate through and doesn't require a driver? That's not the way running a country works. Bringing people together works. It requires good leadership, good government, and unity of the people. That's the way we got through the crises in the past, not automatically. Because we went through the crisis, therefore we'll go through the next crisis, no problem. We need a strong government, we need unity, we need a good civil service, we need all of us to work together so that we can get through this coming crisis. And yes, indeed, we do have a very good civil service and a very good SAF and home team. And working together with the political leadership in normal times and in crisis, we can anticipate, plan, execute, and see us through this crisis. I am very glad that from our civil service, from our uniformed service, some of our best officers are prepared to step forward and come into the political arena to serve you. This is very good, because they started off with the right motivations. You join the SAF, you join the police, you join the civil service, it's because you want to serve people. So it's quite natural and quite a good thing that we can bring some of the best people from the civil service and the uniformed service into the political arena. And they can join up with people from the private sector, able people from the private sector, so that PM Lawrence Wong can build a good, strong team for you. Ask yourself, do you want these people in your team? Do you want them in your team, good people in your team from the civil service, from the private sector, from the armed forces, from the police? Of course we do. Do you want them to serve you? Or do you want to keep them out of your team? It doesn't make sense. We need the best people possible to strengthen up our Singapore team to serve you. The West Coast Jurong West team is a good combination of experienced MPs and younger new candidates. You have seen them, they've introduced themselves to you. Wei Neng, Sean, and of course, Patrick Tay, big strong man. I work with him in the unions as well. And we have Hamid and Cassandra. Both of them are new, but they have 16, 17 years of experience serving the residents here in the West, in Jurong. So these are tried and tested people. And leading the team is Desmond Lee. You know how hard-working he is. He's dedicated to our residents. He works tirelessly for you night and day. He's a core part of PM Lawrence Wong's 4G team. He's also now at the forefront, dealing with our current tariff crisis, serving on DPM Gun's Singapore Economic Resilience team. And even in the middle of this GE, this team has been hard at work dealing with this crisis. So fellow Singaporeans, voters of West Coast, Jurong West and of Pioneer, please vote for the PAP. Vote for the team you know that you can trust. Let us help Prime Minister Lawrence Wong build the strongest possible team for Singapore and for you to safely and securely bring Singapore through the future and any future crisis. Vote for the PAP. 请你投行动党一票。Undela PAP. Terima kasih. 谢谢大家。
非常感谢国务资政张志贤先生。And now, ladies and gentlemen, to do our closing, ladies and gentlemen, our Minister for National Development and the Captain of our West Coast Jurong West GRC as well as Pioneer SMC, please shout it out loud, your loudest voice for Minister Desmond Lee. Louder! Louder! This is the man. The reason why I'm here hosting, because I respect him. He's my friend. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Minister Lee, please. Thank you.
Good evening, residents and Singaporeans. Residents of West Coast, Jurong West and Pioneer. How are you doing? My name is Desmond Lee and I'm part of the PAP team for West Coast Jurong West GRC. Thank you for taking time to join us on this Sunday evening. On behalf of West Coast Jurong West and Pioneer, I would also like to thank Senior Minister Chee Hean for sharing his experience with all of us this evening. A warm round of applause. dear friends and residents, I've spoken to many of you over the last 5 years. You've shared your aspirations and also the pressures that you've been feeling. You want to find good jobs, good homes, but you worry about the rising cost of living. And some of you may feel left behind. You want more support, not just from national programs, but also at the local level. We hear you. Your homes are important. You want more facilities. You want improved connectivity and greener surroundings. Your families are important. You want your children to have good jobs, good opportunities. You want to take care of your loved ones, but you need help as a caregiver. Your health is important. Your mental well-being is important. You want to age in place. You want to lead full, meaningful lives. And we hear you. We hear you, and we have worked hard over the past 5 years, not just in debating national policies in Parliament, but also rolling out programs and services here on the ground to meet these needs, to make sure that nobody falls between the cracks. So my team and I are committed to rolling out more programs and scaling up existing initiatives to support you and make your homes and lives better. We will focus on 9 key pillars. We will help households cope with the cost of living by supplementing national policies and programs. We will support our seniors to enable you to lead full and healthy lives. We will help job seekers find good jobs. We will champion our families. We will support our children and young Singaporeans. We will empower persons with disabilities and mental health challenges, as well as their caregivers. We seek to uplift lives and support those in need. We will revitalize our neighborhoods, both public housing and private estates, and we will work with you to make our towns more green, sustainable, and inclusive. These are our promises to you, and we will work hard to deliver them for you. Now, these are our plans for our GRC, our neighborhoods, but it doesn't end there. In everything we do, we aim to serve you, the people of Singapore. When it comes to planning the future of Singapore, we do this with you in mind. For instance, as a very small island city-state, we will always face many constraints to meet the needs and aspirations of all Singaporeans. Do we have enough land? Can we build enough? Can we build fast enough? At times, it can feel like we are bumping up against our limits. But with the ability to take the long-term view, with your support and the discipline to follow through with implementation, we continue to strive for you, to create space for your aspirations, to give you the opportunity to build a life for yourselves and your families. So to our seniors who have contributed so much to Singapore, we are looking out for you. We want you to enjoy your silver years. We've made your homes and neighborhoods safer and easier to get around. We've introduced enhancements to make your homes and neighborhoods safer, and active aging programs to keep you active and socially engaged. We know many of you continue living where you are, so we're developing new housing models of care for those who wish to age in place. To our young Singaporeans, we want to work with you to meet your aspirations and dreams. We've engaged you during Forward Singapore and heard you on housing, nation building, and making Singapore a green and more livable city. We've enhanced public housing to make it easier for you to get a home. With the introduction of Prime, Plus, and Standard housing, We will keep flats in choice locations within your reach. And we are exploring more public housing options for higher income young couples and singles. To all Singaporeans, we are actively planning for our shared future together. We are developing new areas such as the Greater Southern Waterfront to make Singapore an even better place to live, work and play. And while the threat of climate change and rising sea levels loom very large, we have already begun the long-term work to protect our homes, our lives and our future. We know there are still many concerns that we need to work on today. Concerns about cost of living pressures. We know this weighs heavily on many Singaporeans. I've heard this from low-income Singaporeans, seniors, sandwich families and more. We hear you, and we've rolled out significant support through the budget. We are doing what we can, and as PM Lawrence Wong has made clear, we will do this for as long as support is needed. Concerns about job security and the uncertain economic climate. With global developments, we do not yet know what the new economic landscape will look like. PM has said one of our most urgent priorities is to tackle economic uncertainties, especially your concerns on cost of living and job security. We must also look ahead and prepare our workers and businesses to do well in a very different world. And that is what I'm working on in the Singapore Economic Resilience Task Force, chaired by DPM Gan. Friends, there are also concerns on housing. 5 years ago, the pandemic created the worst construction crisis in decades. Housing demand went up, and this led to higher prices. But we have finally completed building all the homes that had been delayed by the pandemic. And we've significantly ramped up supply of new housing. So we are confident that the market will stabilize and we will be able to provide even more affordable housing for Singaporeans. The message that you hear from the opposition is that we are moving in the wrong direction and the PAP is doing wrong by Singaporeans. That is not true. The PAP has always planned for you and our future generations in mind. We may not have all the answers all the time, but we are staying on course and charting our new way forward. We have come up with solutions grounded in the present with a steady eye on our future. And that is how we've built a better Singapore, and that is how we'll continue to secure our future together, and we will never stop doing so. Friends, residents, Singaporeans, we have come a long way. Year after year, we've been able to do so much more because of your support and because of your close partnership and trust. But we are not done building and shaping Singapore. We will never be done because we are always striving to do better for you. Right here in West Coast and Jurong West, and also in Pioneer, my team and I have built the experience, the networks, and the commitment to see our plans through. Huang will lead the charge on the education front, ensuring there are many pathways to success. He will work with Patrick Tay and with our partners to bring good jobs for all our residents. Mr. Wei Neng is our Mr. Infrastructure. He will work hard to refresh and revitalize our neighborhoods. He is also deeply passionate about uplifting lives and will lead our efforts to support those with special needs or who are coping with mental health in the community. Cassandra and Dr. Hamid may be young, but between them, they've served residents in the West for 33 years. Dr. Hamid feels strongly about seniors and healthcare, while Cassandra is looking out for our young families. Friends, residents, when you vote on May the 3rd, we ask you to think about this. Which team has stood by your side over the years? Which team has a track record to build a better Singapore? Which team can help you achieve your aspirations and navigate the uncertainty ahead of us? My team and I will continue to serve you. We will continue to care for you with full heart and with full effort. Friends and residents of West Coast, Jurong West and Pioneer, let's work together, side by side, so that we can secure a better future tomorrow together as one. So vote for the PAP. Majulah PAP, Majulah Singapura!
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Minister Desmond Lee, 李世胜部长，请你热烈的掌声。
With that, let us give our largest PAP cheer, led by Minister Desmond Lee. Please repeat after Minister Desmond Lee.
Friends, activists, partners, repeat after me. Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Thank you.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. A big round of applause to yourself. Thank you for coming to today's rally at GE2025 for West Coast, Jurong West, GRC. Make some noise.
So, on polling day, remember to vote PAP.
Pioneer SMC, where are you? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This is Irene Ang signing off. Thank you for being here with us.
And this is May.
And this is Didi, thanking all.
Thank you and have a good night.
Thank you, good night, and hope you home safe. 希望你们回家的时候小心了，如果地上湿的话哈，要小心啊。
Anuverkum nandri vanakkam.
Berjalan berhati-hati bila kamu keluar daripada tempat stadium ini. Terima kasih.
Have a blessed week ahead next week, guys. Thank you. Be blessed. God bless. Bye-bye. All right, Desmond Lee. Bye-bye.